Legends Limited Super Saiyan Goku Mini. You want to know how to build him in the best way possible, including the teams and the equipments, so let's get into the core information. The first thing you'd want to know is that he's a melee type, so keep him around a lot of strike arts. He builds up damage every single strike art, so that's going to be important. His element is red, so consider that when building teams, but also bear in mind his value as he can counter insane meta demons such as Ultra Margin Vegeta and, if you will, Goku Black Rose. A major thing to note in his kit is that he's high damage output, but besides from that, he is protected from the biggest attack in the game, a Rising Rush. If the enemy Rising Rushes, he gets endurance, and he's also going to cancel buffs just like all these other annoying units do. This allows him to have a lot of value as he can keep other people alive on his team by taking Rising Rushes, but also cancelling buffs in the scenario somebody else is to take the Rising Rush. So if you want someone to do damage, he's that man, but if you want someone to survive, he can do the job too. Let's get into building the teams now. Right, so we're going to be getting into the core team building. In this case, I've got Angel Vegeta there as a placeholder for Ultra Margin Vegeta. This team we're looking at is Saiyans. We've got the Kid Super Saiyan Goku Mini, and then we've also got Fusing Super Vegeta, which will be the three Saiyans I've got in this scenario. Ultra Margin Vegeta bringing his endurance and also buff cancellation. The Kid Goku bringing his, well, the Mini Goku bringing his endurance if he gets rushed, as well as the buff cancellation in that scenario too, and Fusing Super Vegeta being the offensive power. This obviously isn't the only team you can run, so let's get into some other options for you guys. If I go to my character list, I've already set my filter to Saiyans. I'm using Fusing Super Vegeta. You might want to consider the likes of Bomku. I wouldn't, but you might depending on your star level. I'd say like 12 plus. Bardock and Goku, I'd also say in a similar boat, 12 plus. Boo Bros, I'd say higher than 9. At 9, they're okay. But for the most part, the only blue you'd want to use is Fusing Super Vegeta. There are some characters that I don't have. I'll show you at the bottom last. Going into the greens, we've obviously got the new Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Please put him on. He's valuable. You can run him. He will be nice. And outside of that, the greens are not looking too great. I'm not going to lie. I did miss Vegeta Blue. Of course, he's nice. But there are some that I don't have. Vegeta Blue is amazing. In fact, not even just nice. Amazing. I also want to point out that with these Saiyans, bear in mind their Z abilities don't mix well. So some of them will have Z abilities that don't have Saiyan included at all, where some of them will. So that's important to note. Ultra Super Gogeta once he gets his plat, but we don't know where it has, so I'm not going to mention that too heavily. Going into purples, Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta will probably be your best bet for a Saiyan. Then going into yellows, we've got Fusing Gogeta Blue, Ultra UI, Super Gauge 2. I'd say that's about it for the most part. And then in the reds are not that great either, I would say. I just ignore the reds. But let's look at characters I don't have. So, of course, Goku Black Rose, Turles over there. We've got Triku, God Goku potentially, but depending on who you're pairing with. But for the most part, it will just be characters I've already mentioned, and there'll be some leader slot options which I will get into later in this video. The second team we've got here is Son Family. Son Family has some good pieces as well. So the core team I'm running here, I've got the new Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I know I'm using the old Legends Limited Super Saiyan 3 Goku, but he's just a placeholder for the new one that's coming out, which is also green. We've got the Kid Goku there, of course, and again Fusing Super Vegeta, but there are some other pieces, so let's get into that straight away. In the blue section, the blues are similarly mid to Saiyans, but there are some options, Bomku, Bardock and Goku Boo Bros, which I wouldn't recommend, but it depends on how far you're struggling, you know. Going into greens, of course, the new Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Outside of that, Ultra Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, and I'd say that's about it. Going into the purples aren't great out of the ones I have anyways. So yeah, going into the yellows, we got Fusing Gogeta Blue, Ultra UI, and I'd say that's about it. And then the reds, Beast Gohan maybe, and Pan, but that's about it. Then in the characters I don't have, we've got Ultimate Gohan, who's insane. I would actually run him over most of the guys I have on my core team. And then God Goku, depending on how you're going to run him, is risky because he's not able to cancel buffs for any big attacks coming his way that nullify endurance. And he doesn't get key on entry. I think it's key and card on entry. He doesn't get both. So that's kind of sucky. Triku as well could be a good addition to stop some purples coming his way. You know, I'm saying specifically G4. People will be running him because of the new Super Saiyan 3 Goku. But yes, Son Family is not too bad. But of course, you're going to need the main two, which is the newest characters, then just a nice third, which could be Ultra Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, Fusing Super Vegeta like I have, and then some others that you saw. Ultimate Gohan could be nice too. But yeah, that's Son family for the second team. Now, I sat on this team for a while and I was wondering if I should even include them because this video literally says best teams. Now, this would be a terrible team, but I think a lot of people would want to run it in some way, shape or form. Specifically, this is DAIMA / weapon wielder. Goku's obviously a weapon wielder because he has the pole, and then all the other ones will too, but there are some new ones that have come out and even some that have got some certain buffs, so I thought I should just mention them for the video, you know, just to fit in for the new tag, give you some representation. Well, we got these three here. I'm deciding to go with double red into a green, which would be the other DAIMA Goku. So we got the new Mai that's on the Vegito banner. This would be the Goku Super Saiyan Mini, and then we've obviously got the other DAIMA Goku here, as you can see. It's pretty well, you know, the green Goku protects the reds, but I don't know how much of a good job he's going to do protecting them. That's what I was thinking. But if you go to the character list, yeah, we got some characters that you could consider. So first, let me get out Glorio could be an option. The other Goku there, even though I'm sure they're not great. And then Janemba, if you want to leader slot him. And a lot of these guys don't actually buff weapon wielder, which is the issue I had when I was thinking about even including this. We've got some other options like blue. I believe Trunks, sorry, he's blue, but I believe he's somewhat restricted. In green, I put the Goku there. This Trunks is bad as hell. And all the other ones, maybe Kiawe. You could somehow, I think that's how you say her name. Yeah. You could maybe consider her for just vanish removal, but she's not even great at this day and age. The purples as well, maybe this Goku, you turn it into kids or something. The rest are not even great either. Then going into the yellows, the best option you've got is the Gammas. And that says a lot. The Gammas with a plat will probably be the best, or Trunks and Vegeta, only because Trunks has a sword, and then all the reds besides from the new Goku and Mai pretty much stink. So I just gave you some decent options, but if you just wanted to build this for the fun, I felt like I should just include it for the sake, man. DAIMA / weapon wielder team. Now let's get into some leader slot options. So this one here, we've got Ultra Margin Vegeta. There's just going to be a bunch of good units that are clearly running the game in some way, shape or form, or they're going to be a good attribute because they're on the boost, or maybe just the units around those teams that they're on are just super great. So Ultra Margin Vegeta, to speak for himself, he's like every single game that you play, you see him. After that, we've got Turles. Again, with his comeback, his element is blue. That could be very useful to get rid of other Goku, Super Saiyan Goku minis. Here, we've got Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Obviously, his individual value is high, but he is literally a victim to Ultra Margin Vegeta, so it's super risky running this guy. But with a lot of people running the new Super Saiyan 3 Goku, you might want to consider this guy on your team. We've got the new Vegito, should also speak for itself. His combo potential is so high, 3v1 value is so high. He doesn't have anything to protect himself, but I believe he does cancel buffs when big attacks are coming, so that's also good. We got Goku Black Rose, which is I think he's the last one. He's not the last one, but obviously because of his endurance and buff cancellation, he can be on the team as well. Combo breaking, Ultimate Gohan for the same reasons, but he also has high offensive power. We've got Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks you might want to run with the endurance. That could be very, very useful. And that, now we're done. That's why I thought Goku Black Rose was done. I screenshotted a bunch of characters. But yeah, there's no more after this. Gotenks mainly for his endurance. I already mentioned Goku Black Rose. So yeah, some leader slot options that you might want to consider because they're very dominant and consistently being run right now. Dominant. Because this guy's on the screen. Now we got some bench options. This obviously isn't going to be every single bench option that you could have, but it's just something to consider when you're building around this Goku mini. So we got the Super Saiyan Goku here. His main reason is because he's a Zenkai buffer, but he's actually one of the worser ones. I wouldn't actually recommend using him, but depending on if you wanted to super buff the Goku mini, this guy could give you some value. So I just decided to mention him in case you wanted to multiple Zenkai buff him. We've got this Super Saiyan 3 Goku. His Z ability is specifically for red, so bear that in mind for if you're running him with other characters on your team, they won't get the Z ability. But the Zenkai buff is there for the Goku mini. We've got this Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. He buffs Son family for his Z ability, and his Zenkai buffs obviously Son family, which allows Goku to get it. And we've got this one here who's a HP buffer, which is actually really good for Goku specifically. So consider your leader slot option who it's going to be. Then we got the Zenkai buff for Saiyans that are red, which is nice. Then we got this guy here. I just decided to go green because you know that red are protected by green because green beats blue, which beats red. So this guy here could be a Zenkai buffer for the Super Saiyan 3 Goku if you want to pair them together. That's why I decided to put him on the team, but outside of that, he's really bad for a Z ability option. But for Son family, this guy could also be really good. There'll be more bench options on the screen, just generally speaking, but I feel like these were the ones that I should consider first forward thinking about the Goku Mini, the Super Saiyan Goku Mini. Now for the DAIMA equipments, there might be some that are DAIMA specific, but they might not be the best. But luckily this Goku is a Goku, so he has Sun Family and Saiyan equipments of the sort. But this one here is actually pretty decent. Double offenses and HP for DAIMA units, and you can get this from the equipment collection, Ultimate Equipment Collection, the miniaturized Goku equipment. This one here is based on if you're running another weapon wielder, so consider if you're running a team around DAIMA Goku, the Super Saiyan Goku, do any of your other characters have a weapon on them? They probably don't, but if they do, this equipment's actually really valid. So you're going to be able to get special move and health restoration, strike and blast offense attack, and then you also get 5 to 10% strike attack if battle member other than this character is a tag weapon wielder, which will be 10% to both Pure's strike and blast. You can see weapon builder is the requirement at the bottom, so every Goku from DAIMA will probably have this, and you can get this from the dual coin exchange shop. Depending on how you wanted to go about building him, I wouldn't recommend building him defensively, but you do have that choice, especially because he does get endurance. So you get base strike defense on the first slot, HP on the second slot, base blast defense on the third slot, and pure double blast, double of strike and blast defense if this character is a tag DAIMA, and it's specifically for weapon wielder, so Goku will eat off this if you wanted to build him that way. You can get this from the Zenkai Ultra Space Time Rush shop. Excuse how rich I am, but yeah, I got money. If you're running him on Sun Family, you can get this one here, Unleash Your True Power. You get base strike defense, some more base strike defense and base blast defense. Then you get pure offenses, both kind strike and blast if you're running with 3 Sun Family members. As you can see, this is for Sun Family, and you can get this from the dual coin exchange shop. This equipment here is really nice. It's a future equip, but it's mainly also for weapon wielders. So that means Goku Mini can eat off this. You can see the Awakened Bestowed Hope, special move damage, health restoration, 2 nice slots, base strike attack or blast attack, but you want to go for the strike. Then you get HP up to 12% on the last slot. That's a nice equip. You can get this memory from the Zenkai Ultra Space Time Rush shop, but you want the unawakened version, so you can get the awakened version. You can see here it's specifically for future. It's pretty crappy, but you can get it from this equipment medal exchange shop. Don't forget to obtain the new equipments that Toshi mentioned in the reveals and stuff. We got the equipment condition here, tag DAIMA, and the other one is also tag DAIMA weapon wielder. You can get this first one here from the Ultimate Equipment Collection, where I'm assuming it's just going to be some strike attack, probably some special move, ultimate damage, and maybe HP. That's what I'd hope it'd be. They might even put defenses on that joint. But this one here is probably going to be a pure for the DAIMA team, and you can get this from the hyperdimensional co-op. It'll probably be there next week, but be in the exchange shop maybe tomorrow or even next week as well, when the co-op actually changes. I think the co-op's actually changing next week. Let me just check that right now, because I actually have it in front of me. It's changing in 7 days, so it'll be like the next week, yeah. But yeah, man, that's going to be the end of the video. Hopefully you found this video useful. Give me some feedback on the video, man. Did you enjoy this video format? I changed up the format to make the beginning of the video a lot more useful, but still followed through with the teams, and then separated the bench options with the leader slot options to give you guys the best advice that I possibly could. But hopefully you guys did enjoy this video, man. If you haven't already, make sure to press that subscribe button. We're on this grind to 200,000 subscribers. I appreciate you guys for watching, man. My name is Zakashi, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one, man.